Okay, so we are going to look at these fractions and we're going to talk about what makes it half, close to half, or close to zero. So if you look at this number line, it is broken up into tenths. This is all going on between 0 and 1. Okay, so between 0 and 1, I have plotted 10 fractions, 1/10 to 10/10. Remember, 10 over 10 equals 1. It's a whole. So this is all of our tenths right here. So when we're talking about fractions, if I look at the numerator and denominator, right now this denominator is a 10. And I know that half of 10 is 5. It has a 5 on top. 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, so this fraction is a version of 1/2. It's equivalent. 5 is half of 10. Okay, if I didn't know that 5 was half of 10, I could have taken 10 divided by 2, and I would have gotten 5, and that might help me. Okay, so now that we know 5/10 is half, anything that has a numerator that is larger, more than 5, is greater than half. So all the ones that are greater than half is 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10 to 10/10. All the ones that are less than half, 4/10, 3/10, 2/10, 1/10, and 0. As the numerator gets smaller, the value of the fraction gets closer to 0. And here we have an example, 2/10, 1/10, and 0. Those are getting closer to 0. As the numerator gets closer to the denominator, the value of the fraction gets closer to half. So here we have 5/10 is half. Well, 4/10, that's pretty close to half. And 6/10, that's also pretty close to half. So I would kind of consider these 4/10 to 6/10 in the middle here. These are our close to half numbers. And as we get larger, as the numerator gets larger, the value of the fraction gets closer to 1. So 8/10, 9/10, 10/10 were closer to 1.